What's up, everybody? Welcome to Old Head Bangers Ball. What the fuck is this? We'll find out as we go along. So let's just get this shit started. Let's get this shit started with what I think is the perfect song to get this show started tonight. It feels like it should be the song that we listen to the first thing every time I do one of these. It just feels fucking perfect. I almost forgot. Like, how do I do this show? We're going to be watching, that's a word I made up, a music video from this album, Take the World by Storm by Slave Raider. Slave Raider, band from, I believe, Minnesota. And they were around in the mid to late 80s and a little bit in the early 90s. And this was their first album. This is it came out in 1986, but this is a 1988 pressing, it's interesting because they were signed to Jive Records, which I think this is the only rock release I have from Jive Records. All the other Jive Records stuff I have is all hip hop. So that's really interesting that they got signed to that label. But we're going to be watching a video from this particular album, and it's going to be a fucking blast. No further ado. No more ado. Actually, there's a lot of ado in this video, in this show. Anyway, all right, before I stumble over my words and make a complete fool out of myself anymore, I'm going to do that anyway. Let's get ready to make some noise.
On a Saturday night, we ain't messing around. Have some fun. Alright, don't try calming us down. There's no stopping us. No lie, we're out on the town. On a Saturday night, you, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys. Make noise. You, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys. Make noise. People think we're crazy. Oh yeah, we're crazy. Others call us lazy. Look at those guys, they're lazy. We're just out to raise a little hell. Raise a little hell. You, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys. Make noise. You, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys. Make noise.
All right, I know I'm pausing it during the guitar solo, but I realize that I've let most of this song play without saying a word, which is very unusual for me. But I was feeling the vibe. You see what I'm saying? It just feels like if you're getting ready to go out and party on a Saturday, I feel like this is the fucking song you put on, man. Anyway, so the main guy, the vocalist in this group, his name is Chainsaw Kane. Obviously, he's holding a chainsaw, and let's see where that came from. But also, he has an eye patch, which apparently became a thing because he has a weird lazy eye, and he just decided to cover it with an eye patch, and it just became his whole persona. If I remember right, there's a video from the next album, and I don't think he has a chainsaw or an eye patch. I think they moved on a little bit from that pirate kind of thing. I might be wrong. We'll have to find that video and play it on a different episode. But yeah, these guys made 3 albums. This was the first one. And then they went their separate ways, and then that was it. Because they were coming up in the late 80s, and then you know the story of a lot of those bands. It didn't work out for some of them. But these guys are fun. They're fun. They're a super fun band. And I don't know. I like the vibe. The vibe it's a party vibe, and I'm all about that. Let's continue with the guitar solo. I apologize for guitar solo enthusiasts.
On a Saturday night, we're not messing around. Alright, don't try calming us down. There's no stopping us. No what?
Okay, so everyone at home, I want you to get ready for this next chorus, because I want to be able to hear everybody from their homes, wherever you are, yelling along with the haze in the chorus. I want it to be so loud that I can hear it way over here in Houston when I'm not even recording this video. I want to just be, what the fuck is that? It's all the people around the world yelling "hey" really loud with Slave Raider. Let's do it. Get your fuel. All right.
We're out on the town on a Saturday night. You, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys. You, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys. You, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys. You, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys. You, me, and the boys get together and make some noise. You, me, and the boys.
All right, Slave Raider, make some noise. Yeah, fuck, man, that's a good way to start this fucking show off. All right, so before we move on, let's have a little word from our sponsor.
Still reading those heavy metal magazines?
Bring your metal to life with Hard and Heavy.
I'd like to welcome you to Hard and Heavy, and that is the first
Uncensored heavy metal and hard rock magazine in the world. The hard and heavy.
Hard and Heavy is the world's first hard rock and heavy metal video magazine. Brought to you raw and uncensored by people who know what real metal is. Your senses will be assaulted by the biggest metal bands in the world.
This ain't no disco, this is hard and heavy.
You gotta get this one. It's called Hard and Heavy.
Hard and Heavy is packed with exclusive feature interviews. New for you, the hottest new band. Get your copy of Hard and Heavy. Use your Visa or MasterCard. Plus, get this free Hard and Heavy poster. Hard and Heavy, just $19.95. Write or call now. Hard and Heavy.
Go get it.
All right, you know what time it is. Time for some thrash metal. Tonight, it's going to be a song from 1990 from a band called Laz Rocket. You may know them, you may not know them, but they were a Bay Area thrash metal band from the early 80s, around the time of all those other popular bands. Now, granted, in the beginning, their sound wasn't really thrash, but by this point, they were full-on thrash. You can tell by their outfits. And so tonight we're going to listen to the song Leatherface, which is not even on an album by Laz Rocket. It's on the soundtrack for the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface from 1990. And once again, this is just a super fun video, and it is a lesson in how to dress if you are a thrash metal dude. I still follow those rules today. Here we go. First off, we got some jams. That's important if it's hot outside. Second up, we have tight black jeans. tucked in to white high-top sneakers. Obviously, that guy is not as hot as the gentleman before him. And of course, some sort of metal t-shirt. You know, you can go crazy with that. I mean, it just feels so fucking good. I talked about it on the last episode. The thrash metal guitars and the beats kick in, and it just feels good.
Heading for the Southland, down Texas way. Ready for the lightning, off the chainsaw blade. Here's your invitation to come join Leatherface. It's his addiction to keep you face to face, screaming in the darkness.
Also, something I also miss, I miss big ass rock soundtracks to movies because that was a big deal back in the day. But also, the idea of metal being associated with horror movies, because around the late 80s, that was a big deal. If a horror movie was coming out that was worth a shit, it had some fucking metal and hard rock on the soundtrack. This soundtrack here is actually pretty fucking good. Sacred Reich on there. There's a whole lot of good shit on there. I'd look it up. But yeah, I missed that. There needs to be more big soundtracks, but I guess you would need cooler bands like this to be big enough to be on movie soundtracks, and I guess that's not a thing these days. Boo-hoo. Let's continue.
As they nail you down, swinging the hammer, no one hears a sound. Here's your invitation to come join Leatherface. It's his addiction
Oh, they don't do that yet. Oops.
to keep you face to face. You're just a prisoner in his game of chance. Another offering for the devil's dance.
So as much as I love the thrash metal beats and riffs, when that halftime thrash metal shit comes in, oh Lord, that's good shit. This song fucking rules.
Come across the crossroads, chainsaw running wild. Coming to the headlines for the final
All right. I didn't have anything to say for the whole last part of that song because sometimes you just gotta let a kick-ass metal song play out. So yeah, there you go, Laz Rocket. Look them up. That song is only on the soundtrack for Leatherface Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, which is not on vinyl. Makes me sad.
Alright folks, so now it's time for what I'm considering the only truly scary video of this entire show. Get ready for it. Get ready to have your spine tingle or whatever the fuck they say. We're going to be watching a video by The Great Kat. That's right, The Great Kat with a K. However you do K's with fingers, I don't know. And the song is called Worship Me or Die from the album Worship Me or Die. And I don't know what to say about The Great Kat. If you know, then you know. If you don't, put on your safety belt because you're gonna get something. Yeah. All right. Great Kat, Worship Me or Die. See what I'm saying? She's a special lady.
Let's get away from these torturing morons! This is a living hell! Follow me, thrashers of the power to decide who will live or die! Kneel to me! Listen to me! Pray to me! Worship me! Worship me or die, 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 die! Worship me or die, 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 die!
Oh, it's important to point out for those of you who are newbies, all the crazy guitar shit, that's also her. She's not just the vocalist. She is an insane guitar player. Straight from you know, because I told you that's not where the rock and roll happens. Also, it's always very off-putting. She's always opening her mouth. I understand that you have an uncomfortably large mouth, but you don't need to be opening it that wide all the time. I get the point, but it is that haunts me in my sleep some nights. Cat rules. So there you go. So I love that video. The Great Kat, Worship Me or Die. It's funny because I have no idea what she's doing now. Occasionally new albums will come out, but they seem like they're old albums. And if you go to her website, it looks like it was made in like 1998 and like you're going to get a virus just by going to look at the website. So she's an interesting lady, a mystery, if you will. So don't go to her website. You might get some kind of virus. I can't tell you either way. Skullhead, what do you think?
I think I got a virus just watching the video.
Probably.
I'm going to be throwing in something from an episode of Headbangers Ball from 1989, from January. Is it January? Yeah. So January of 1989. So 33 years ago. I don't know math. Do it for me. Anyway, a while ago. And it's a segment where they would run down the top-selling rock and metal albums of, I guess, that week. I don't know. We'll get into it. And even bigger surprise, the host of this version of Headbangers Ball back in '89 was none other than Mr. Adam Curry. So without further ado, let's jump into it, and then let's have some fun.
Adam Curry with you, giving Kix a little break. Of course, they are doing a great job. I'm going to run down the top 10 hard rock albums for you now. Of course, our chart is compiled by Concrete Marketing, who survey independent record stores across the country. Here we go. Number 10 this week is Kiss and Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits.
Okay, so this is interesting. So we're going to get to talk about each one of these top 10s. 1989, Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, which is a greatest hits compilation that Kiss put out with a couple of new tracks, including Let's Put the X in Sex. And I believe there's some of them where they actually re-recorded Peter Criss's drums on shit. And anyway, at this point it's a classic, but you know, if you're a Kiss fan, you probably look at it as like, yeah, it's a thing, but whatever. All right, next up.
Number 9 is Dawkins' Beast from the East. Number 8 is Ozzy's No Rest for the Wicked.
All right, he's going too fast. Dokken, Beast from the East, I don't even think I know that album. Honestly, I'm not a big Dokken fan, so if it's not Dream Warriors or the other song Dreams, the Dream songs, I know those from Dokken. Ozzy Osbourne, No Rest for the Wicked, that's the first album that has Zakk Wylde on guitar, and that's got some good shit on it.
Number 7 is the Bullet Boys' debut album. Number 6 is Bon Jovi in New Jersey.
A Bullet Boys debut album? That's a fucking killer album. That still sounds good today. Bon Jovi, New Jersey. Now, I'm not a big Bon Jovi fan, but even back then, like, I got into Bon Jovi on Slippery When Wet like everybody else did, because I was like a fucking 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old kid, whatever, year it was. 86, I think. But for some reason, even when New Jersey came out, and I was still a kid, I was 10 when New Jersey came out, and I remember getting it for Christmas. And I also got Hysteria by Def Leppard and Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. Guess which one of those three albums I barely listened to? Bon Jovi.
5 is Def Leppard's Hysteria.
There you go, Def Leppard Hysteria. I've stopped it. I love Hysteria. Fuck, man. That's my, I guess my second favorite Def Leppard album is fucking good. I don't care what anybody says. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's Poppy. Yeah, duh. Your mom's Poppy.
Number 4 is Metallica and Justice for All.
Okay, so see so this is like the top selling albums in 1989, and Justice for All had come out in 1988, and that motherfucker's still top 4. I guess in the 89 is when they premiered the One video, so I guess it probably got a huge boost from that.
3 is Open Up and Say Ah from
Poison. Open Up and Say Ah. Poison is a band that I have been trying so hard to get a video from them on the show, but they all get blocked because Poison are some greedy motherfuckers, I guess. Because I love some Poison. This is not even a what do you call it? A guilty pleasure. It is a pleasure listening to Poison.
Number 2 is Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction.
Okay, Appetite for Destruction is number 2? So what the fuck would be number 1? I mean, that's like around that time, Appetite for Destruction is like an unfuckwithable album. Like, it was blowing up everywhere. Let's find out what number 1 was.
Number 1 again, Guns N' Roses, Lies. Now, earlier this hour, you saw the latest from Guns, which was...
Oh, man, Guns N' Roses only beat by themselves. That's classic.
Of course, Paradise City. Next week, we're going to world premiere Metallica's first ever music video for the song One. And right now, from our chart, let's check out a simple yet very effective video. Great photography. Here it is, the Ozman with Crazy Babies.
All right, so we're not going to be playing Crazy Babies, but maybe we will in another video. I don't really know. But that's interesting. So the one video hadn't even come out yet. And Metallica's, I guess they were pretty big at that point anyway. Like, you know, in the metal world, like everyone fucking knew about them and loved them. So I guess that makes sense. So they were only poised to start selling even fucking more records once that video came out. Anyway, so goodbye, Adam Curry. Your leather jacket looks fabulous, and your hair, as usual, is on point. This is the section of the show where if you have some marijuana, get it out. Roll a doobie, pack the pipe, do the bongy thing, you know. I don't have any of those things. Weed is still not legal in Texas because Texas fucking sucks for many reasons aside from weed not being legal. But you know, Texas is pretty cool because Pantera came from here, and Pantera beer is pretty damn good. I don't even know who the fuck made it, who approved it, who was okay with putting their name on it. Rex, do you know about this? Phil, I don't really care, but I mean, it's a good beer. All right, does everybody have their paraphernalia and their cannabis of whatever kind out? Good. All right, so we're going to get blazed, and we're going to head on over to Germany. And we're going to be... So, I feel like if you're from Germany, this is a fucking name that you're immediately going to know immediately. In America, probably not. The band is called Freaky Fucking Weirdos. And... they're just that. Like they have a lot of albums. I think they're still around in some form today. They started in the late 80s, and they were kind of like an alternative, almost funk, rock, metal alternative band, but they dabbled in all sorts of different things. And in this particular case, they dabble with rap, rock, I guess. This one is from 1993. I don't have the album it was on, but I have the 12-inch single of the song Sticky Weed. And honestly, after you hear this song, you're going to be like, Steven, why did you need 6 different interpretations of Sticky Weed? You know, because I do. I just need it. And once again, this is another, and so you can't, I mean, it's in German. You want to translate that for me? I'm telling you, this is another earworm. Like, you won't know it at first. You'll just be like, well, that's pretty repetitive and kind of annoying. But by the end, man, it comes full circle, and it's going to be your anthem for the rest of your life. So let's fucking jump right in because this is fucking fun. Keep the party going with the Freaky Fucking Weirdos, Sticky Weed.
Ladies and gentlemen, motherfuckers, cocksuckers, ball breakers, clit ticklers, here he is!
Speaking for the legalization of marijuana.
I love it with you, cause I love you, the style of all the beautiful voices and warm wet joints. For the sound, dippiness, and for the feeling you can give, so cry out loud. My dog, my queen of love, when you're a sticky weed. And if you reach your brain, my Sophie number. And if you open your eyes, it would feel like being paradise, screaming some love. The most deepest love. So keep it cool and relax, so keep you wild and strong. In the queen, no, don't leave me so long. Cause you will sticky weed. Cause you will sticky weed. Oh, give me sticky weed. Oh, give me sticky weed. Give me. Oh, give me sticky weed. Oh, give me sticky weed.
All right. I love the party that these dudes are having, and like one dude's is like, I just got a funky hat and a diaper. This other guy's like, I just buttoned up my flannel all the way to the top. They're covering the wide range of fashion that they could be using for being a funky band. And this song is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. And The first time I heard this song, I was just like, do I really like this or not? And by the end of the song, I was giggling into myself, and then I listened to it like 4 more times in a row, because sometimes the simplest and repetitive things are the best things. It's proven here, folks. But so I don't want to stop this anymore. Let's get back into the sticky weed. Oh.
I got the weed and I love it to smoke, the smell when it burns. And I like how it turns on the effects on my body and soul. So roll another spliff, I'll fix up the bowl. But when the birds out, we roll another. Right in the tape, that took the best and on my brother, AKA. Now what you got to say? I like the best, made it burns of you, I clean away. I'm on the mic, I take a quick ride, like a love to the pie, cause the high style be right. When the sex a mess, I got stressed. So I'm gonna get some cash, you got real mad. Give me, 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 give me. I'll give me sticky weed. Oh, I'll give me sticky weed. Ah, yeah. Give me, 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 give me. I'll give me sticky weed. Go, go. I'll give me sticky weed. Now the sticky weed effects got my mood relaxing. Come on now, baby, let's get down to waxing. So what that shit about texting? Down with the I'm gonna be flexing. I like the alcohol, I like the THC. So Mr. Babylon, why the hell you bothering me? I ain't hurting no one, just going on my ball. It gives me inspiration to write this song. You wanna throw me in jail, but I get that on bail. Criminalizing the whole, I wanna walk it down. So now legalize it, I'll advertise it. Maybe we did not buy, I think we should ignite it. Give me, 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 give me. Oh, give me sticky weed. Oh, give me sticky weed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, like seriously, if you guys give a damn about me and my birthday, I know nobody can see you out there. Maybe your significant other or your sister or your brother or your dog, somebody can see what you're doing right now. But come on, just this once. Just join me in this chorus. All right, everybody? 1, 2, 3, and give me, 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 give me. I'll give me sticky weed. Ah yeah, I'll give me sticky weed. Going up, big it out, but you so we that is sticky. And when we buzz about them, boy, it could get tricky. I told you it was far from over. How many verses does this song have? It's like, how many verses can we write about sticky weed? Look, I've already written 12. But I really think I could say a few more things about it. I love how there's even a fake out, like the chorus is going to start here. Psych, there's more. How long is it? I think this song is 6 minutes long. That is insane. I wouldn't change it. I almost want to talk to the dudes and freaky fucking weirdos and be like, hey, why not create a version of this song that's just like an entire album? 45 minutes worth of sticky weed. I'd be on top of it. You'll have my money. She was lost, I see them don't play. Them were burning the Buddha and them got space. So make up the sticky weed, clean up the bar. Get stupid, go blood and lies, she get shot. Give me, 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 give me. Oh, give me sticky weed. Oh, give me sticky weed. Come on, y'all. Give me, 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 give me. Oh, give me sticky weed. Just in case you were unsure if this was about weed or not, we got a fucking sitar. Oh, and don't forget the one-armed Buddha guy. Like that is, I mean, it's like that's almost like a given in anything about weed, right?
Hey, Paul, I've got a new song I'm writing. It's called Sticky Weed. Sorry, that was uncalled for and really dumb. There you go, Sticky Weed by Freaky Fucking Weirdos. Let's move on. All right, folks, as usual, we're going to wrap things up by skipping in to the 90s, 1993 to be exact. I got a vinyl for this one. We are going to be watching a song from this album, Wolverine Blues from Entombed, the legendary Swedish death metal band. Although by the time they got to this album, a lot of hipsters will argue that it was no longer death metal. And the thing that I always like to point out is that back when this album came out, I was around when it came out, I bought it when it came out. This was considered death metal. Carcass was considered death metal. Morbid Angel was death metal. All of these things that now get fucking split apart into these little things like, no, that's not death metal, that's grindcore, or that is melodic death metal, this is death and roll. I don't know why I'm doing the accent, but it sounds pretty good. Anyway, so it's stupid. Because it's like one of those things, you learn about something and what it was is always going to be what it is to you. This is still death metal. Sure, it's groovier than the shit they were doing before. I mean, I'd like to say that at this time they were breaking some new fucking ground, and that's the shit that I like. If they had done another album that sounded like their first two, it would have been god fucking boring. God fucking boring is not a term, but I am coining it today. Please start using it out there, especially around your family. So the song we're going to be watching is the title track, Wolverine Blues from Wolverine Blues. This song is a motherfucker. It's like 2.5 minutes long. It is in and out and blows your fucking mind. This is one of those songs that it comes on and the fucking volume is getting turned as far as it will go to where the speakers are not going to be, distorting. Or maybe even past that. I don't fucking know. Depends on my mood. This is from their 1993 album, and it's my favorite Entombed album. I know that it's not very cool, but I am also not a very cool person. If you thought I was, shame on you. I don't know what you've been smoking. But yes, let's go ahead and do this. From 1993, Wolverine Blues from Entombed. Okay, look, I mean, I don't mean to stop the fucking song right here, but that goddamn riff and the groove, the beat to the... Sorry.
What you believe is the vanity you conceive. What you love you don't pan. To put in a cage is to put to an end. And I put all the pressure. Life's fucking lost. You will never gain my trust. I'm a misanthropical breed. I am insatiable in my need to feed. Utterly feel out.
LG Petrov on vocals. Great death metal vocalist, great metal vocalist. This is another case where there are now two versions of a band. There's Entombed, who are doing fuck all, and Entombed AD, fronted by LG Petrov. On top of that, LG Petrov recently was diagnosed with cancer, and I don't know how he's doing, but I know he's getting treatment. So let's all have a drink for LG Petrov. I'm also probably saying his name wrong, but that's the way I've been saying it forever. So there you go. How fucking good is this song? I almost feel like when it ends, I'm just going to play it again because it's 2 minutes and 22 seconds and it's just too good. Let's keep going. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh my God. Okay. Woo! So, let's do it again. Also, see, I needed to play this thing twice because there wasn't enough time for me to say say things about the video. You're seeing all the Wolverine, the character from Marvel Comics, in here. And I remember when the album came out, there was a version you could buy that had a little mini Wolverine comic with it. But the album had absolutely nothing to do with Wolverine. I don't even think this song has anything to do with Wolverine, just from what I gather lyrically. I guess you could fit it in there somehow. But I almost feel like it was a record label thing. It was Earache. So that's all I have to say. Earache, not the best decision making label in the world. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess it was a thing that maybe they thought would get it extra publicity. I don't really remember. I mean, to me, it was a big album because I got it and I loved it, but I don't really think that it sold more because Wolverine was involved. But either way, I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad we're listening to this again because it feels right. Doesn't it feel right? When that fucking riff kept oh man, it's so good. It's so good. Woo! All right, hold on. Let me get a drink. Back to it. So look how badass these motherfuckers looked. They were such a fucking good band. Get back together, guys. All of you. Every single one of you. You're all alive. LG's going to pull through the cancer. Old school Entombed. Back together. New album. I mean, you'll make me happy. Maybe many other people too. But right now we have this. We're sharing this. We're sharing this moment together. Okay. So thank you for watching that twice with me. Sometimes you have to do it. You know, sometimes songs are so good that you're immediately like, I want to hear that again right now. So thank you for living that with me. But before I say goodbye to you all for the night, why don't we have one last sing-along with the Pat's Dogs commercial? Come on, everybody. I want everybody up. Everybody grab your beers. Everybody get ready. Let's do it together. Everybody ready? Yeah. Get up. Okay. All right, cool. Let's do it.
Pat's Dogs, the crunk is
Man, that's Look, it started playing again on its own. I'm sorry. We had to do it 2 times in a row. Hey. All right. Thank you to our sponsor, Pat's Chili Dogs. And thank you all for watching. All right. Good night, everyone.